What's up, everyone? Welcome to Best Car Reviews. I'm Ben, and today we'll be dissecting the 2023 Kia Telluride. Before we begin, please like and subscribe so I continue to bring accurate and clear car reviews in under 10 minutes. Let's get started. The Kia Telluride came on the scene a few years ago and quickly became one of the most popular SUVs in the country. It's no surprise when you examine its unique and appealing design, coupled with a stylish interior and numerous trim options. The 2023 year brings a refresh and additional trim options to give you even more of a choice on the perfect Telluride for you. Today we'll look at the different trims and details that matter most to you to determine which will be the best bang for your buck. Information and photos in today's video come direct from Kia or from Car and Driver. Let's dive in. The 2023 Telluride comes with a whopping 10 different trim options. This is the most trim options I've ever seen on a car that I've reviewed, and I think just in general. That's fantastic for you, the buyer, because you have plentiful options to hopefully pick one that's just what you want. Starting at the bottom here, we have the LX, the S, EX, EXX line, SX, SXX line, SXX Pro, SX Prestige, SX Prestige X line, and SX Prestige X Pro. Try saying that 10 times fast. I'm surprised I could even say it once. The LX will be that bottom trim starting at $37,255. That's a fantastic starting price for a 3-row SUV. If all you want is that basic bare bones, that can get the job done for you at a very reasonable price, sub $40,000. This actually has two trim options of a 3-row SUV under $40,000. So that's phenomenal. And if you want that ultimate, most luxurious optioned out Telluride to start, then you have that top SX Prestige X Pro, starting at $54,350. And you can also get that if X and P are your favorite letters, because there's plenty of those in that name. Looking at the engine options, and you have one for 2023, the big old 3.8 liter V6, puts out 291 horsepower and 262 pound-feet of torque. This will be paired with a nice, smooth 8-speed automatic transmission. These two are said to produce a very comfortable ride and still remain kind of quiet in the cabin too. That big V6 won't make too much noise for you. Front-wheel drive comes standard on all these trims, which I think is an incredible letdown, especially at these price points. All-wheel drive being optional should never be the case anymore, especially on a full-size SUV, so that's a disappointment to me. But looking at gas mileage, not quite as bad as you would expect for that big V6, but still not ideal. The front-wheel drive option will get you 20 in the city, 26 on the highway. Opting for that all-wheel drive setup will get you just a little less at 19 in the city, 24 on the highway. We're going to look at some pictures now of the Telluride, some of the different trim options here. This is quite a unique looking SUV, no doubt. Those square orange DRLs is unlike anything else that we've really ever seen. I think they're really cool. I think Kia nailed the design with this, and there's no wonder it sells so well with how good it looks and how many trim and price options there are. The X Line and X Pro trims are new for 2023. They had to throw in a tongue twister there with those, but they are pretty cool options. 2023 brings a nice refresh to the Telluride, especially in the front end. You get updated designs on the headlights, grille, and a new front bumper setup. Keep the model looking modern and sharp. You get LED lights all around, front and rear, and interior, so that's a great touch. LED lights are definitely another thing. In 2023, no matter what the price, you should be getting LED headlights. Can't believe halogens are even allowed to still be put in some of these cars, but you don't have to worry about that with this. You also get a 5,500 pound towing capacity with this Telluride, so that's a great option if you have a small boat, maybe a small camper. You want to tow around for the family, this should be capable of doing that. Some other features that you could get are fog lights and dual exhaust tips on those more advanced trims. All-terrain tires are also available on some of these trims. Some of the things you can get on all trims, though, are that updated Kia badge throughout, and you do get that standard look of the Telluride that is very good looking. That's one good thing about this car. Even if you have a lower trim, you can still tell, obviously, it's a Telluride and a nice one. You're not really lacking in design if you don't opt for the most expensive. And let's see here. And the best bang for your buck seems to be the SX, as it comes with a good balance of several elevated standard features without being close to the highest price. However, being $10,000 more than that base trim means this may not be optimal for most, even if I do think it's the best bang for your buck. If this is the case, optioning up a lesser trim will also deliver a very sweet SUV, And yes, the SX starts at 47K, which that's getting up there. But let's not forget this is a 3-row SUV that's supposed to be nicer on the interior as well. This comes with captain's chairs, rear sunroof, black 20-inch wheels, upgraded sound system, and a 12-way adjustable driver's seat. So you are getting a lot for that money, and that's kind of the least high trim to still get some nice options for a reasonable price. Taking a look at the interior now and a couple different interior options that they have. Kia's done a very good job for the interior of this car. It's very highly rated. There's lots of positive things that are said across all really car reviewers that have tested this. That is very nice. With so many trim options and packages, it's very customizable for you with high quality materials and comfort. Depending on how you option and the trim you buy, you have the option of a heads-up display, nice color 10-inch, heated and ventilated rear seats, which that's huge. You get that ventilated in there at all, especially in the rear. A nice premium headliner, leather seats, and an advanced 10-speaker Harman Kardon sound system. Not opting for captain's chairs in the second row means you can seat 8 people, whereas those captain's chairs will limit it to 7. This does have a lot of storage compartments tucked around, a lot of room to kind of store some small things. And overall, this is just not a small vehicle. You are getting plentiful room, headroom, legroom, and trunk space. You get a 12.3-inch infotainment screen right next to a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster on all trims. This is a very cool setup to see when you're sitting in the seat up front or in the back. It looks cool to see those two next to each other. Nice 2 feet of screen there. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto come standard. You get a slew of driver assist and safety features that come standard as well. In review, guys, this Telluride is obviously a very nice kind of superior SUV that's available right now, full size, 3-row, all these different trim options with all these different prices. There's got to be one for you if you like it a lot and you're in the market for one, you want one, you should be able to find one. There's a lot going around with Kia right now. I've had some firsthand experience. A friend of mine has kind of dealt with this. He has a Kia and he had a lot of issues with his Kia, and Kia gave him no help with it. And I've seen this kind of around other videos on YouTube, Facebook videos, that Kia does not respond well to customer service. This may just be some specific people that have this experience. Let's hope it's not the case throughout. I don't see how it could be, considering how well these Kias sell. But maybe just make sure if you're going to go down this road, you really kind of validate where you're buying them from. Make sure the dealer is reputable, kind of stuff like that. Just validate for your own sake. This is a big purchase. They are always going to want to sell you that car, but just kind of validate for your money, for your family, for your time, that it's a smart choice where you're getting it from, because this is a phenomenal car and it shouldn't really have that many issues. And if it does, you want to be able to get the help you need. But hopefully this video laid out all these key details in a nice way for you guys. Thank you for watching this Best Car Review. Please subscribe if not already. I'll catch you on the next Best Car Review.